Today, we're going to dive into a poem by Adrienne Rich called Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. It was written way back in 1951, and it's pretty short, but wow, does it pack a punch. We're going to see how Rich uses something as simple as needlepoint to explore these huge, heavy themes like art, gender, and oppression. It's really fascinating stuff. So let's just jump right into the heart of it. The entire poem is built on this incredible contradiction, a question that kind of hits you right away. How can an artist who is so clearly terrified, so timid, create something so bold and completely fearless? That's the mystery we're here to unravel. And to get to the bottom of it, here's our game plan. We'll start with that central paradox. Then we'll look at the fearless tiger she creates and contrast them with the terrified Aunt Jennifer herself. From there, we'll explore how her art is a form of rebellion, and we'll finish up by looking at the immortal life of that art. All right, first up, the central paradox. The immense power of this poem really comes from the stark contrast between two completely different worlds living side by side. You have the world of the creator, Aunt Jennifer, and then you have the world of her creation, the tigers. And when you lay it out like this, the conflict just becomes crystal clear, doesn't it? On one side, you've got Aunt Jennifer, terrified, oppressed, mastered by her life. And on the other side, her tigers, proud, free, immortal. They are literally everything she is not. And that tension, that gap between the two, is what drives the whole poem.
Okay, so let's focus first on the world Aunt Jennifer actually creates with her hands. This world of magnificent tigers. What do they really represent? The poem opens with this unbelievably vibrant image. I mean, the word prance alone tells you so much. It suggests confidence, energy, pure joy. And then you get these colors, bright topaz, shining in a world of green. This is not a muted, timid place. It's a world just bursting with life and vitality. And that is such a powerful contrast to the world its creator is stuck in. So, here's the crucial point. These tigers aren't just animals on a screen. They are powerful symbols, right? They represent everything Aunt Jennifer desperately wants but doesn't have. Freedom, strength, courage. In a life where she feels small and powerless, she creates something that is utterly fearless.
And this is just a fantastic use of symbolism. The tigers aren't just there for decoration. They carry the poem's entire emotional weight. They become a symbol of a liberated spirit, of a life without fear, a life Aunt Jennifer can only create through her art. Okay, now let's shift from the vibrant art to the artist herself, because Aunt Jennifer's world isn't one of freedom at all. No, it's a world of constraints. This image is so telling. Her fingers don't move with confidence like her tigers. They flutter. She's so physically and psychologically weakened by her life that even pulling a lightweight little ivory needle is a struggle. This incredible fragility stands in direct opposition to the immense strength of her creations. And to really get her struggle, you have to think about the world she was living in. Remember, this was written in 1951, a time dominated by patriarchy, a system where men held the power. The poem is a really sharp critique of a world where a woman's entire identity could just be swallowed up by her role as a wife. And right here, this is the poem's most powerful symbol of that oppression. Notice it's not just a wedding band, it's Uncle's wedding band. Even the ring is described as his possession. And its weight isn't joyful, it's a massive weight that sits heavily. That's a burden. So that ring symbolizes so much more than just marriage. It represents the heavy burden of her husband's control, a lifetime of what the poem calls ordeals that have mastered her, and the trauma of submission. I mean, the word ringed itself suggests being trapped, right? Encircled by these struggles with no way out. So if her life is one of constraint, how does she fight back? Well, it's not in a loud or obvious way. She fights back quietly through her needlework. Her art becomes her only available form of protest. In a life where she's likely been silenced, her embroidery becomes her voice. Yes, it's a creative escape, but it is so much more than that. It's an act of defiance. This little panel of tigers is the one space in her entire world where she can finally express her desire for strength and freedom. The one place where she is in control. So you can see her art is doing so much work here. It's her escape, it's her voice, it's her quiet rebellion, and, as we're about to see, it's her key to a kind of immortality. It's a way for her to create a legacy of strength that will outlive her own personal suffering. And this brings us to the poem's absolutely heartbreaking and powerful conclusion. This is where we explore the complex relationship between a mortal life of suffering and the immortal life of art.
I mean, what a poignant image. Even in death, Aunt Jennifer finds no escape. Her hands, the very hands that created such fearless beauty, will still be terrified, still marked by that wedding band and the ordeals that defined her entire life. Her oppression literally follows her to the grave. But, and this is the crucial turn, her art tells a completely different story. The tigers she made will continue on, forever prancing, forever proud and unafraid. They're immortal. They will exist long after she, her uncle, and all her suffering are gone. And here we land on the poem's bittersweet, tragic irony. Art has the power to transcend a life of pain, to create a permanent testament to a suppressed spirit. But for the artist herself, that liberation was only ever metaphorical. Her art is free, but she never was. So we're left with this final, lingering question. The poem shows the incredible power of art to resist and to endure, but it also reminds us of its limits. Can the world you create with your own hands truly set you free if the world you actually have to live in stays exactly the same?